So today I want to share with you three really great and really essential hip mobility positions, and they're all coming through the 90-90 position. Now the 90-90 position is one of the best bang for your buck positions for hip mobility, stability, and strength through the ranges, basically expressing the full amount of movement that the hip bones and the hip socket can move through. So you'll start by getting set up into the 90-90 position, and we're just going to work on optimizing and holding through this. And how you want to figure out your alignment is in the front body first. You're going to see that you want to have a 90-degree angle at the knee, going straight across to the ankle, and a 90-degree angle at the ankle. Look at that tongue twister. You then want to have your trail leg pointing directly out to the side of you. So there's a 90-degree angle in the hips, also a 90-degree angle at this knee, and a 90-degree angle at this ankle. Once you are getting into that lower body position, you want to spin so you can get your belly button aligned over your front knee. And from there you want to reach your chest forwards. So you're reaching your chest and your face forwards, drifting out over the kneecap, all the while grounding the front shin firmly and grounding the back shin firmly. You want to be able to sustain this position for about 30 to 60 seconds before lifting and pulling back off. Now, the second position and the second movement I want to show you is also from this shin box position. And what we're going to do is focus on the trail leg. So without changing the lower body positioning, you want to bring your hands up to the tops of your shoulders. And then now your intention is to get your belly button and your shoulders to line up over and in line with your rear thigh, all while pressing this knee down to the floor and this knee down to the floor. Most of your intention and focus being on this rear leg, but you don't want to compromise rotating if your front leg lifts up off the floor. You want to make sure you're really grounding on this front leg and getting a true amount of rotation. So even if it ends up here, that's okay to start. Now, if you aren't able to access this full rotation, what you can do is tent your hands behind you while keeping a nice long spine, and then continue to go through the rest of that range of motion. You want to be able to sustain this position for 30 to 60 seconds, whether you're doing it with your arms supported or arms off the floor. And while you're in each of these positions, just being mindful of being supported by the diaphragm and keeping a lot of space and strength on both sides of your waist down the lateral lines of the body. And the third position I want to show you is getting this trail leg to rotate while keeping this front leg down as long as you can before it joins in the rotation. How we're going to start is we're going to point and pivot onto that trail toe, and now you're going to imagine rotating from the ankle, then at the knee, and then at the hip, looking to spin this outer thigh open towards the floor. Now you can do this with your arms extended like so as a way to counterbalance. Again, keeping this shin down on the floor. You're looking to find as open as you can take it. And through a series of strong breaths, you play with extending that range of motion slightly more. And once this leg seemingly can't move any further before this leg begins to follow, slowly transition, keeping a nice tall and long spine, until this leg can find the ground first. And then this leg slowly rotates on its own to come and tap the floor. And now we're here. Now we've made it to this side. Your goal is to replicate those first two stretches, getting the chest up and open over the front leg, grounding and leaning forward while keeping the spine long, with or without your hands. And then also rotating to get more into this rear leg and internally rotating on the hip with the hands suspended or with a little bit of some hand assistance, trying to get your collarbones and your belly button right over your knee. The transition being, you're looking to keep this leg grounded, this leg popped up onto the toe. How much movement can you have through this leg? Trying to rotate open towards the floor before this leg has to follow to both strengthen and mobilize through your hips and through your core. So feel free to add these into any warm-up, any priming sequence before you go into some big lifting, some dynamic lifting, or any sort of repetitious gait like running, hiking, sprinting, or rowing. And more importantly, keep this in a weekly routine in any fashion to make sure that you're just maintaining supple and strong hips over the length of time. Hope these can help. Let me know what you think.